Actually, di pag-asa, hymn, entitled Pag-asa ko. All right, so to deliver the opening remarks, may call in our administrator, Dr. Vicente Malano. Sir.
Maraming salamat, Ben. Good morning po sa lahat at welcome po dito sa ating Climate Forum. Alala ko kasama si Mang Tani na yung unang ginanap itong Climate Forum. Wala. 111 years old. Itong ating Climate Forum na ginaganap ngayon is nag-coincide dito sa National Met Day, World Met Day, 154th, yung ating national. Itong ibig sabihin, yung serbisyo ng weather dito sa Pilipinas ay naka 154 taon na. And 46 years from now, this will be 200 years. And I will be 106 years old during that time. And I want to attend. I hope. Nung nakaraang, welcome po sa lahat. Meron po tayong mga kasamahan, dating mga taga-pag-asa, retirees. Nandito yung dating administrator ng pag-asa, Dr. Servando. Salamat. Pagdalo. By the way, hindi siya bumalik po siya sa science. Nasa DOST po siya ngayon. And siguro i-detail din dito sa pag-asa pagkatapos nung election ban. Nandito po yung ating dating executive director ng NRCP, Dr. Lau, na dating din po nating kasamahan. Mga kasamahan ko sa executive staff, Dr. Flavi and Dr. June, mga chiefs, si Mang Tani, kasama. Kaklase ko to, hindi ko makalimutan to dahil magaling to, magaling. Mga partner sa media, wala ba tayong taga-media? Si Mang Tani lang.
Mamaya pa.
Yung mga partner natin sa serbisyo. Salamat po sa pagdalo. Nung nakaraang 2 linggo, meron kaming pinag-uusapan, bilateral meeting with KMA, yung Korean Meteorological Administration. Yung si June yung nag-lead nung usap sa pag-asa. Tapos deputy director o administrator din ng KMA. Nagyabang ito na 154th year na daw ang pag-asa. Sabi ko, June, 38 BC pa lang sila. gusto nang lumabas Sabi ko, huwag kang mahiya. Umpisahan mo ngayon, hindi ka mahiya. Sabi, for 38 BC pa sila. Natagal na nilang nag-umpisang at least mag-observe ng weather sa Korea. Gusto nga lumabas Niligpit na yung mga gamit. Sabi, wag. Hindi matatapos yung usapan niya pag umalis ka. Ganun pa man, natuloy din. Salamat uli sa inyong pagdalo at marami tayong ipapalabas ngayon. One day affair itong ating Meteorological Day. Mas matanda tayo sa World Meteorological Organization. Kahit times 2 pa yan, 128 lang sila. Or yung WMO. Mamaya ay mayroong mga awardees na mga loyal sa pag-asa, makatutulong sa pag-asa. And one of these days, or siguro sa darating na mga taon, isa din po sa inyo ang magiging awardee dahil ang mga binibigyan ng award namin ay yung mga partner namin na mga nakatulong sa amin. mga loyal sa pag-asa. Siguro, hindi ko alam kung loyal kami dahil magmula nung kami gumraduate eh, hanggang ngayon hindi pa umalis. Gusto lang paalisin eh. Hindi pa umalis eh. Yun, si Dr. Nats eh, nandito ulit. Yan yung mga loyal sa pag-asa. Kahit si Mang Tani, kahit nandyan yan, eh, tulong pa rin natin yan sa paglaganap ng ating information. Kayo po, may mga gustong magkumpara eh. Bakit nung araw daw iba yung serbisyo? Sabi ko ngayon eh, mukhang nagkakaisa na tayo eh. Hindi kamukha nung araw na talagang pagka nagkamali, eh, pag-asa eh. Hindi kamukha ngayon na naintindihan na yung ating ginagawa. At ito po ay dahil sa tulong din po ninyo. Salamat po muli at sana ay mag-enjoy po tayo for the rest of the day. Welcome po ulit.
Maraming salamat, Dr. Vicente Manlane, Administrator of PAGASA. Ayan, balikan ko lang po. Tama po si Sir, yung pong ating sineselebrate ay 154th and we're not talking about PAGASA. Yung mabuo si PAGASA, ano po. What we celebrate is the start of the meteorological observations done by the Jesuit fathers in 1865. Thank you. All right, so before we go on with the program, let me acknowledge first our participants who are here with us. Kindly acknowledge ano po, upon mentioning your agency or organization. We have Quezon City Disaster Risk Reduction Management Office, QCDRMO, okay. Metro Tuguegarao Water District, okay. Office of Civil Defense, National Food Authority, Philippine Air Force, Agriculture Training Institute, Philippine Coconut Authority, Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, Food and Agriculture Organization, Philippine Red Cross, Philippine Sugar Millers Association, AANI Mango Industry Association, National Power Corporation, Asian Development Bank, World Food Program, Quezon City Environmental Protection and Waste Management Department, Department of Agriculture, SN Aboitiz Power, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, GMA, Mang Tani. Of course, we have from JICA. Of course, once again, I'd like to acknowledge Dr. Nat Servando, our DOST former director, Makati DRRMO. We also have Weather Philippine Foundation. And lastly, we have from NTO, Accord. Okay. There you have it. So let's watch the video message from no less than the Secretary General of WMO, Dr. Peterita Alas.
So greetings from Geneva, from the World Meteorological Organization. The theme of the World Met Day today is it's related to sun, and I would like to emphasize that we are living in a very unique planet. We have sun, which is giving us both heat and energy for the biosphere, and the distance between Earth and sun is just optimal. we haven't discovered other planets where the circumstances are so optimal as they are on our planet. We have also the water on the planet, we have oxygen, we have ozone layer that is protecting us from the harmful solar radiation, we have magnetic field which is protecting us from the particles and meteorites from the space. And we have also a very elegant atmosphere which transports heat from the tropical zones towards poles and also transfer water vapor from the oceans to the land areas. So we should be very proud of our planet, and I would say that it's also worth to protect and take good care of this planet. There's a need to raise the ambition of climate mitigation and adaptation to avoid major risks for the coming generations. And this is nowadays very well understood by many heads of state and also by my colleague, United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres. He has decided to host the climate summit this September for the heads of state in New York to give a boost for the implementation of Paris Agreement and also bring new initiatives on board. So the countries are supposed to propose some new things, how to mitigate climate change and also how to adapt to climate change. I have been asked to serve as a steering group member of that summit, and I was recently asked to chair also the scientific advisory group that will bring the message of science community to the summit, and will also give guidance for the preparation of the summit. So there's still a good chance to limit the negative consequences of climate change. That's what we learned from, for example, IPCC 1.5 degree report. Besides mitigation, it's also highly important to pay attention to adaptation and the work of the National Meteorological and Hydrological Services. That's a very, very good way to adapt to climate change, and that's what I'm happy to promote very much. And also the know-how that we are having in our community, that's highly important, and there's a high demand for climate information, climate scenarios for the coming decades, not only for the coming 50 years or 100 years, but also what's going to happen 10, 20, 30 years from now. Many of the investments and many adaptation means they're based on such timescales. We are just in the process to see climate change to continue, and also we are carrying out a major historical reform of WMO, and we expect to get approval by the Congress for the reform. And why are we carrying out this reform? First of all, we would like to favor much more Earth system approach when we talk about observations and infrastructures, and we are also happy to promote multi-hazard early warning service approach when we talk about our services and so forth. And there's also more hydrology engagement needed. WMO hydrology is very important part of disasters. We have flooding and drought. They are having big impacts. Also, it's a very important part of the climate change and related science, and also it's an important part of services for example, food security related services. Then we would like to engage more the science community and innovation actors in WMO work, and there's a proposal to establish 2 new research and science bodies to support that work and engage also more those kind of players from the whole world. We also have noticed that private sector is nowadays more important part of the global weather enterprise, and it's important that we deal more with the private sector in a coordinated way, and there's a need for code of ethics and more collaborative approach with the private sector. So you are also supposed to approve a way how we interact with the private sector in the future. We have already been carrying out the reform quite a bit, so not everything is going to happen at the Congress. We have paying attention to WMO meetings, their outcome, and also to the content of the meetings, so that we can focus on most important issues from the members' perspective and take care of the follow-up. We have also paid much more attention to resource mobilization. We can now assist all of our members more, and we can transfer more know-how from the most developed med services to the rest of the world. We have built also plenty of new partnerships inside the UN family and also with some finance institutions, and the visibility of WMO is higher than it used to be, and importance of our expertise at WMO and also your expertise at the national level, that's more important. We have been able to hire new highly skilled and committed staff from all of the regions to WMO, and we have also been able to appoint very good female experts to support the work of WMO. So I'm very proud of the staff here in Geneva and also at our regional offices. We have, by the way, opened 2 new regional offices, one in Singapore to serve regions 2 and 5, and we are soon going to populate our office in Addis Ababa to serve region 1. So we are going to host the WMO Congress here in Geneva in early June, and I'm looking forward to see you all here in Geneva fairly soon, and you are supposed to make historical decisions which will be beneficial, especially for you, but also for the whole world. So welcome, and with these words I would like to wish you happy World Meteorological Day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Taalas, the WMO Secretary General. More challenges for meteorological services throughout the world, especially those members of the WMO. Okay. By the way, before we proceed to the next presentation, I'd like also to acknowledge the presence of Dr. Karina Lau, the former director of National Research Council of the Philippines. She used to be the chief of the Training and Public Information section of PAGASA. Okay, so to deliver or present to us weather update, may I call on Mr. Nikos Piñaranda, our weather forecaster from the Weather Division. Nikos?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, distinguished guests, and good morning, PAGASA executives and the top management. So my name is Nikos Peñaranda, and I will present to you the five-day weather outlook. So the first slide, this shows yung ating satellite image taken by Himawari Enhanced Infrared Image. So what is significant here is the absence of large cloudiness. So walang kaulapan na malalaki. Yung significant dito yung mga pula, pag nakita natin ang area ng Philippines, so as you can see here, we'll have this faint shades of gray na dumadaan dito sa area ng bansa. So we are not experiencing any high impact rain events. So this is due to the ridge of the high pressure area. So the high pressure area, sinusuppress po niya o pinipigilan ang pagtubo ng malalaking kaulapan or yung large clouds that can bring extensive rainfall. So absent po ngayon yan dito sa area natin dahil nga po dyan sa high pressure area. So the next map, ito po ang wind flow o yung sa meteorology streamline map. So ibig sabihin pinapakita lang yung hangin, kung saan papunta ang mga hangin, yan po arrow. And then may annotation tayo ng mga weather system, high, low. At yung kabila naman po dito, pinapakita ang estimated rainfall doon sa isang model po natin, ang global spectral model ng Japan. So pinapakita dito, ito po yung hanay ng mga high pressure area. Kaya po natin sinasabing ridge. Kasi ito may high pressure dyan, nakahanay sila, extending over Luzon. So yan po yung circulation ng hangin dyan sa area na yan. Yan po yung high pressure area. And of course, meron tayong itong low na to na nilagay natin dito. Yan po ang remnant ni Tropical Depression Chedeng, na ito ay unti-unti nang nawawala. Of course, causing some rainfall dyan po sa may Malaysia at Brunei area. So, nakita natin, base dito, yung hangin natin galing po dito sa Pacific Ocean, at isa pong high pressure area, mainit at maaliwalas sa panahon, ngunit mainit at mababa ang tsansa na mapag-ulan. Pero take note, ito po ay simple depiction ng cold front. Meron pong bagong high pressure area na tumutulak ng hangin dito po sa may Japan, at ito po ay pababa. Ngunit nandito pa lang to sa taas ng Pilipinas. So tingnan natin kung ano mangyayari dyan. Sunod na araw, bumaba po itong hangin, umandar po ang cold front, at meron na naman pong malamig na hangin na bumaba. Pero dito lang po sa area ng extreme northern Luzon o ang Batanes area. So yan po ay, dahil po dito po sa high pressure area na to, hindi na po yan talaga yung kalamigan na hangin. Kaya northeasterly wind flow sa ang tawag natin dyan. At ito pong, so umandar po yan pagtingnan natin before. So eastward propagation ng cold front, at ito pong hangin na to ay bumaba at nakaapekto. Lumakas po ang hangin dito po sa may extreme northern Luzon. Ano pong ibig sabihin yan? Weather-wise, wala pang masyadong significance, pero dahil lumakas ang hangin, posible pong maging maalon ng karagatan this weekend dito po sa extreme northern Luzon, Batanes, northern seaboard ng northern Luzon, so yung Batanes area. Of course, tsansa lang yan dahil ito po ay forecast, pero mataas ang tsansa na magkaroon tayo ng significant maritime weather, relevant po sa maritime event. Another thing, lumayo po ang high pressure area, at mostly mainit pa rin na hangin, ngunit ito po, pansinin po natin itong isang circulation o disturbance. Ito po ay dahil napakahina naman ng sirkulasyon nito, kaya wala naman tong pagbanta sa atin. Ngunit of course, isang low pressure system po yan. At makita po dun sa kabilang mapa, meron lang pong tsansa ng mga rain showers. Dahil nga po dyan sa nagdaan na pababa pong malamig hangin, medyo nagkaroon ng tsansa dyan po sa northern Luzon ng mga isolated rain showers at light rains po dyan sa may extreme northern Luzon. Okay. At makikita po yung effect na yan. Bumaba po ang cold front, nagkaroon po ng tail end ng cold front. Pero medyo diffuse na po pagdating dito sa ating bansa. Ngunit nagpataas ng tsansa ng mga pag-ulan dyan po sa northern Luzon area. So ito po, makikita natin. So dahil po yan dyan sa malamig na hangin, dahil po dito sa high pressure area, tumulak ng malamig na hangin, pero hindi po masyadong bumaba. Ito lang po ang boundary. At na-mix na po pagdating dito. So ang apektado lang po ay ang Batanes area. At yung boundary, nagkaroon po ng mga ulan dahil sa init at lamig. At generally, ang buong bansa naman ay mananatiling mainit. At of course, dito may mga posibleng may mababang chance na mga rain showers dyan lang po sa eastern parts ng bansa. Take note, itong lagay ng low pressure system na ito po ay umuusog palapit, ngunit wala pong significant change. Based po sa mga model na sinosurvey natin at this point, ay kasama rin po itong model na to, ay wala pong significant change o paglakas ng sirkulasyon ng naturang low pressure area. So this low pressure system still poses no significant threat or in becoming a tropical cyclone. So mababa ang chance na maging isang tropical depression. Okay, so this is sa Sunday. Tingnan po natin ng lumakas na po ang hangin, itong shade na to. So posible pong magkaroon tayo ng babala kung kinakailangan dyan sa area ng Batanes. Dahil po dyan sa huling hirit nitong malamig na hangin na dito lang po sa extreme northern Luzon nakakaapekto. Okay, so come Monday, meron na namang namuo ditong ito pong mga weather systems po sa norte natin na sa labas po ng tropical region, sa malalamig na lugar, ay may low na naman. So humina po ang hangin at basically by this point, ito po ang boundary ng lamig, medyo nadi-diffuse na pero meron pa ring chance ng mga paulan sa extreme northern Luzon dahil nga po dyan sa boundary ng init at lamig dito po sa extreme northern Luzon. Generally, yung ating bansa, wala pong significant na pinapakita, maliban lang dyan sa bandang eastern parts po ng bansa, especially sa Mindanao, may chance lang nitong mga rain showers at this point. So, typical po this time of the year. Okay. And then, of course, sa ating final day ng outlook na ito, pansinin natin itong likot ng pagkilos, malikot yung mga weather systems dito sa taas, may nabuo pong low, ibig sabihin, meron na naman tayong bagong frontal system, ngunit ito po ay maliit lang po na frontal system, kaya naman wala pong significant na inaasahan tayong weather dito sa extreme northern Luzon, slight chance of light rains. And of course, pansinin din natin itong low pressure system, based po dun sa mga sinusurvey nating models, pati na rin po ito, ay wala pa ring significant development pagdating po early next week. So yan po. And of course, ang significant po dito, pansinin natin itong lumakas na hangin, ito po yung easterlies, mainit at maalinsangan na hangin, ay posible pong lumakas ang impluensya later next week. So kaya po may parang dito sa model, para may pinakita siya mga ulan, pero ano lang po yan, may chance na may mga showers tayo. Kung yan po ay magpatuloy, itong eastern section lang po ng bansa. So wala pa rin tayong significant weather na inaasahan. Yung usual lang po, yung typical this time of the year dyan sa eastern section ng Visayas at Mindanao ay magkakaroon po ng mga rain showers dahil sa easterlies. Okay, so sa ating outlook, nabanggit nga natin, no significant weather expected. Generally hot and dry, especially today. Magkakaroon lang ng slight change by this weekend due to the influence ng ating frontal systems dyan sa norte, ngunit dyan lang po yan sa extreme northern Luzon, Batanes area, and of course yung portion ng Cagayan. Most likely this weekend, and then magkakaroon ng mga light rains doon. Pero of course, nabanggit din natin yung isang significant weather system, ang low pressure area na posible pong lumapit sa ating bansa, pero nananatili pong mababa ang tsansa nito maging isang bagyo. So with that, we conclude our weather update this morning. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Nico Peñaranda. So at this point, mag-present naman po sa atin si Mr. Danilo Flores, our hydrologist, para po sa status ng dams. Tingnan natin kasi itong kasalukuyang issue, bumaba na ba uli ang lamin sa dam?
So, salamat Ben. Magandang umaga sa ating lahat. Naging issue sa atin dito sa Metro Manila yung crisis. But wala tayong magawa sa PAGASA dahil kami nag-monitor lang. So, nagsalita na yung mga agencies na concern. So, titignan na lang natin. At least meron kayong idea kung ano nang nangyari talaga actually. So, dito sa Luzon, ito yung mga minomonitor natin na river basin, mga dams and river basins. As of 6 o'clock ngayong umaga, makikita natin lahat yung trend ng mga water levels natin na minomonitor dito sa Luzon. Puro pababa ang lahat. Napansin natin yung Angat ng past few days, ang kanyang binababa lang is nasa average ng 25 hanggang 35 centimeters a day. Pero past 2 days, umabot siya ng 41 centimeters. Kahapon at saka ngayon, ang binababa niya is 41 centimeters. Pero ganun pa man, nakikita natin, malayo deviation sa roll curve niya, ibig sabihin, yung kanyang pangangailangan, nasusuplayan niya pa. Pero take note na konti na lang, 4.21 meters na lang ang kailangan. So, considering na hindi pa tayo nag-declare ng summer, siguro, this has to be, titignan natin kung ano yung paano i-manage yung napukor yung Angat. At saka sa NWRB, sila yung nag-allocate ng patubig natin sa Metro Manila. So, sa Ipo, talagang ang Ipo bumababa din dahil lahat ng ating mga dam sa mga panahong ito ay ang trend pababa. Tingnan natin ang ating lamesa. Ito yung napaka-controversial. Ito na yung pinakamababa so far sa recorded natin. 68.62. Nakikita nyo yung water deviation, hindi na siya bumababa. Kahapon, naging ganyan na rin yan, 68.62. Ang ibig sabihin siguro nito na yung steering wheel niya, yung intake pipe, hanggang doon lang. Pero titinan pa rin natin, i-monitor pa rin natin lagi. So ang ating bingan ng Buklaw, bumababa, pero series of dams ito. Sa San Roque yung pinakababa, pero ating San Roque, napapansin ninyo, bumababa pa rin. Dahil nga, summer, tuloy-tuloy ang kailang pagbaba. So, nasa halos 30 centimeters ang binababa niya. Dito hindi siya naglalayo. Ang ating pandabangan, dito sa Karanglan ni Belsia, kinukuhanan niya ata ito ng mga patubig dito sa ating sa Central Luzon. Bumaba, patuloy din siya sa kanyang pagbaba. Pero, tingnan natin, yung kanyang deviation sa roll curve. Ibig sabihin, namimit pa niya yung kanyang mga pangangailangan sa irigasyon at sa power generation. Yung ating magat doon sa may Isabela, sa Cagayan River Basin ito nasakop, medyo mababa na siya. Bumababa na siya sa kanyang roll curve. Ibig sabihin lang nito, merong services na hindi na nagagampanan ito ating magat dam. So, mapapansin ninyo dito sa last two columns, forecast basin rainfall sa CLIMS. Sa month of April, ito yung ulan lang na recorded nila, normals. Napakababa. Kumpara mo sa pangangailangan ng dam para umabot siya doon sa 212 level. Papansinin niyo yung diferensya, napakalayo. So, napakarami. Kailangan pa ng maraming ulan para mapuno siya. Considering na itong summer naman, wala tayong ma-experience na bagyo. Hopefully, magkaroon. Sana sa extreme events, magkaroon ng ulan, bagyo man lang, dumaan dyan sa mga dam na yan para mapuno. So another is yung San Roque, which is equally important na dam. Napapansin natin dito, ito yung normal niya for the month of April, na galing sa CLIMS. Napakababa, ikumpara mo sa kanyang pangangailangan para umabot siya doon sa kanyang spelling level. Okay, mapuno siya. So, titingnan natin isa-isa yung ating graph, kung ano bang trend niyan, ano ba nangyari. Sa Angat Dam, mapansin natin tuloy-tuloy yung kanyang pagbaba. Tuloy-tuloy yung kanyang pagbaba. Pero, ito yung roll curve, mataas pa siya sa kanyang roll curve. Pero, ma-imagine natin dito, sa figure nito, sa graph nito, ilan siya, kung tuloy-tuloy ang kanyang trend, somewhere here, medyo abot na niya yung kanyang roll curve. Pag bumaba pa siya, meron ng ibang mga pangangailangan sa dam na hindi niya masusuplayan. So, yun ang ibig sabihin. Pag bumaba ka dito, sa roll curve na ito, merong ibang services na hindi na masuservisyohan sa dam. Yan yung Angat. Sa San Roque, nakikita natin yung trend niya. Medyo pataas pa, okay. Sa tingin ko, medyo sana maaga pumasok ang tag-ulan para hindi na siya maubusan ang kanyang tubig sa kanyang siniservisyohan. So, ang ating pandabangan, malapit na siya sa kanyang roll curve. Ang ibig sabihin nito, medyo magsasacrifice na rin yung ibang services pag bumaba pa siya sa kanyang roll curve. And the other one, important, take note, itong Magat Dam. Napakalayo na niya sa roll curve. Sigurado kasi dineclare na ng Pag-asa, bandang norte, sabi ng claims, na merong dry spell doon. Meron ng tagtuyot. So obviously, nakikita dito sa dam, apektado ang ating dam. So, titingnan natin yung lamisa. Ito lang, pinapakita ko lang sa inyo. Kasi kami sa Pag-asa, we're just monitoring. Ang role naman namin is early warning, paglagpas ng tubig sa kanyang dam. Doon kami pumapasok. Pero, ganun pa man, nakikita natin anong nangyari. Itong lamesa dam past 3 years. Last year, itong graph na to. Significant dive yung last year. And also this year, yung green, talagang nakikita na natin ang resulta. Hindi ko na sasabihin kasi naging issue siya sa ngayon. Grabe na. Pag ganun pala, last year, mabuti hindi tayo nawalan. Ngayon, nawawalan tayo dito pa lang. Wala pa tayo sa May. Mag-April pa lang. So, wala na kaming sasabihin doon. Wala tayong sasabihin. Dahil nagsabi na yung mga kinaukulan, yung Maynila, lahat sila, na kung anong status dyan. So, yun lang ang naipresent ko sa ngayong umaga. So, magandang umaga. Salamat.
Thank you very much, Mr. Danilo Flores, sa update on dams. And now, let's go on with the review of climate conditions from February to March 2019. Let's welcome Ms. Rusia Bastillas, our climatologist.
Thank you, Ate Venus. At magandang umaga po sa lahat. So, I'll just review the climate for February to March 20. Saan ba? June, ayaw. Ay, hindi. Ayaw pa. Ayan. Bakit hindi siya mababa? Naka-freeze. Hindi, nag-advance dyan, pero dito wala. Okay. Okay, so for the benefit of time, siguro bibilisan na lang po na. Hindi, okay to. So, the latest na weekly SST, kasi ito po yung minomonitor natin, nasa 1 degree Celsius pa rin yung anomaly for this week, March 18, as of the latest. So, ibig sabihin, nasa El Niño conditions pa rin tayo.
Sorry, interrupt ko lang po si Ms. Rusi. Paging po kung sino po yung may car with plate number WD-DO321. Please move your car as somebody will be na-block, no? Na-block po, aalis po yung isang car na siguro natakpan.
Okay pa. So, let's continue. And this is the sea surface temperature anomaly from last year up to now, showing that the SST or the anomaly is already still at the El Niño levels. And the ONI, as of the latest, is 0.8, meaning nasa weak pa rin siya na category. So still, ang ating alert is El Niño Advisory, and we have already issued the El Niño Advisory number 2 last March 8, and this is our overview. And the weather systems that affected the country for February to March 20. So these are the weather systems: low pressure areas, northeast monsoon, tail end of cold front, localized thunderstorms, and the reach of high pressure area na nakaka-apekto sa atin sa ngayon, and the easterlies. At may dalawang bagyo po tayo na dumaan, si Tropical Depression Betty, which entered the country on February 28, na nag-dissipate siya agad into a low pressure area upon entering the country. And then Tropical Depression Chedeng noong March 17 to 19 na naging low pressure din po siya. So ito po yung tropical cyclone na pumasok, before siya pumasok sa bansa, naging typhoon category, tapos tropical storm. And then once na pumasok siya sa ating Philippine Area of Responsibility, naging low pressure area na lang po siya. And for March 17 to 19, ito po yung si Tropical Depression Chedeng na pumasok sa bansa nung naging low pressure din siya after na naglandfall. And these are the rainfall associated with the passage of the Tropical Depression Chedeng dun sa Mindanao stations natin, kung saan may na-record din tayo na more than 170 millimeters of rainfall in Hinatuan and also in Davao City for that period from March. Ang ginawa ko pala, March 17 to 20 po dito. And these are the impacts of Chedeng in Mindanao na nasira ngayon kanilang Nasipit Bridge and flooding also in Davao Oriental. And these are the SITREP report from the NDRRMC. It cost about 1.2 million damage also in infrastructure and livelihood. And for the rainfall assessment, yung mapa namin, ganun pa rin po yung apat na kulay, way below normal, near normal, and it is based on the rainfall percentage based on the normal rainfall. And for February, makikita natin dito na halos pula yung buong Pilipinas. Ibig sabihin, may kakulangan po siya sa ulan more than 40% in most areas of the country. Kakonti lang po yung area dyan na may kulay yellow. And in terms of millimeter, talaga makikita natin na napakababa po ng ulan natin noong February. And then for March 1 to 20, ganun pa rin, most parts ng Luzon and Visayas nasa way below normal pa rin. And then, dito lang po sa Mindanao, due to the passage of Tropical Depression Chadeng, na nakagkaroon tayo ng mga pag-uulan na dun sa pinakita ko kanina nga na rainfall. Pero, yun nga, Mindanao lang po at some parts of Visayas ang may mga pag-uulan based dun sa ating actual rainfall observed. And with that rainfall natin na assessment, nagkaroon tayo ng assessment ng dry condition, dry spell, and drought for the past 3 months. And this is the criteria that we use based on the reduction of the rainfall from the normal rainfall. So, consecutive months, from 2 to 5 consecutive months po yung ating assessment. And then, for January, as of January 31, ito na po yung ating assessment based on September to January na rainfall. We have identified areas na nagkaroon na siya ng dry condition, dry spell, and drought. And only one in January in Ilocos Norte because of the passage of, nagkaroon pala tayo ng mga pag-uulan ng December, kaya yung mga areas sa Luzon and Visayas na wala po yung mga dry spell areas dyan. And then also, for February, since yun nga napakita natin kung gaano kababa yung ulan natin, so the areas na noon wala pang dry condition, dry spell, nagkaroon na tayo based on October to February 28 na assessment ng ating rainfall. We have identified 5 provinces na nagkaroon ng drought, 1 in Luzon and 4 in Mindanao. And dry spell, we have 11 provinces, 7 in Luzon, 1 in Visayas, and 3 in Mindanao. So, and then from October to March 19 natin assessment ng ulan. So, nadagdagan po yung ating mga areas na affected by drought, meteorological drought, and dry spell. So, ang ating drought areas or provinces, dumami po siya into 16, 8 sa Luzon, isa pa rin sa Visayas, and 7 sa Mindanao, and the dry spell, mas marami, 55 provinces ang nakaka-experience na po ng dry spell. And for dry condition, we have 12. And these are the matrix. Tinable lang natin yung mga areas na yon. So ito po yung ating from November. Since November, nagkaroon na tayo ng assessment. So November up to 19 of March, ito na po yung ating table showing provinces kung ano po yung apektuhan. And for temperature assessment for February, most parts of the country, ibig sabihin yan, yung mean temperature, it is the average of the minimum and the maximum or the daytime and the nighttime temperature. So, meron po tayong average. Ibig sabihin, pag yung kulay puti, near average lang po yung ating temperature nung February. Pero, pag titingnan natin yung maximum and minimum, meron po siyang may mga mas mainit din po. Doon, lalo na po doon sa extreme northern Luzon and some parts of Mindanao, yung kulay pula. Slightly warmer to warmer conditions. And also some areas na nagkaroon ng slightly below normal condition. And then for March, so for March 1 to 20, still yung ating assessment for the mean temperature, mas marami pong puti. Ibig sabihin, generally, near average pa rin siya. And then, meron din tayo mga areas sa Mindanao na slightly above and some areas in Metro Manila. And meron din mga areas na nagkaroon ng slightly below average temperature. And for the month of February, ang pinakamataas natin na observe is 36.5, that is in Mindoro Occidental in February 9, and pinakamababa is 11 degrees Celsius. And sa Metro Manila, it's 33.2 degrees Celsius and 19 ang pinakamababa. And then for March, ang pinakamainit as of March 1 to 20, we have observed 37.4 in Cotabato last March 8, and pinakamababa is 12 degrees Celsius noong March 3. And then sa Metro Manila, 34.7 was observed on March 14, ang pinakamababa is 20.3 degrees Celsius. And for all stations na minomonitor natin for the year 2019, so far, the highest is still 37.4, that is in Cotabato, and the lowest is 9 degrees Celsius in January in Baguio City. And for Metro Manila, ang pinakamainit is this March, 34.7 and 19 degrees Celsius. Ang na-observe na pinakamababa sa Metro Manila, that was in January and February. And so far, ang pinakamainit pa rin natin, hindi pa rin siya na-surpass, is 42.2 degrees Celsius. Ang pinakamataas in Tuguegarao, and 6.3 in Baguio in mga 1960s and 1912. And then sa Metro Manila, ang pinakamataas is 38.6, that is in May, and the lowest is 14.5 in January. So, that is summary na natin. So, we have already issued El Niño Advisory number 2. Dalawang bagyo po dumaan sa atin. And then, for February na temperature and rainfall, nasabi ko na rin po kanina. And then, with that, maraming salamat po.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Rusia. Basta talagang binilisan niya. Okay, thank you. Alright, so at this point, tingnan naman ho natin ano ba ang magiging lagay or our climate outlook for the next 6 months from April to September 2019. May we have Ms. Annalisa Solis, the Chief of the Climate Impact Monitoring and Prediction Section of the Climatology Agrometeorology Division. I'd like to acknowledge first, of course, Dr. Prisco Nilo is with us also, our former director. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you very much po, Ma'am Venus. Good morning po sa ating lahat. So, update po, El Niño and forecast rainfall for the next 6 months. So, welcome po sa El Niño Forum. El Niño update and outlook. What do we expect in terms of forecast rainfall, temperature, tropical cyclone, dry days, and then dry spell and drought, meteorological drought outlook? And what are the actions that has taken and to be taken by PAGASA for this current El Niño, and then summary po. So, ENSO alert system, El Niño advisory number 2, weak El Niño is present in the tropical Pacific. Varying impacts are present and becoming severe. So meaning po, hindi pa may mga areas pa po na posibleng mas maapektuhan pa po ng prolonged dry spell. Papasok tayo sa tinatawag nating tag-init and dry season. So meaning po, yung varying impacts, napoprolong yung dry spell, kasama pa yung epekto ng El Niño. So based po doon sa global probabilistic forecast na pinapalabas ng mga global prediction centers, ito po yung in-issue nila early March. So based on expert judgment at saka model output. Ito naman pong nire-release mid-March, ito po ay simply based on model output. Walang kung ano po yung inilabas ng mga model outputs, updates. Ito po yung probabilistic rainfall forecast. Whereas ito po with combined expert judgment ng mga climate scientists natin. So nakikita po natin dito both updates ng irreprobabilistic ENSO forecast. Mukhang ang haba nung bar nung pula. Pero lagi po natin iniisip, yung gaya po na sinasabi natin, tuwing months of February, March, April, up to May, ito po yung mabababa po yung skill ng ating mga model. So base po dito, nakikita po natin na probability of more than 50% until August, September, October of having El Niño condition still at weak level pa rin po kahit mataas yung probability but still at weak level until August, September, October. Pero nakikita po natin mas higher probability of more than 50% until July, August, September. So based po dun sa first release nila, ito po kasi yung nire-release officially. And then dito naman po yung update dun sa outlook, nakikita po natin increasing probability of having El Niño of more than 90% as of March, April, May, up to nakikita natin na more than 60% until September, October, November. Pero nakikita po natin yan, even until November, December, January 2019, 2020, wala pong bumababa sa 50% na probability. Pero caution nga din po tayo dyan dahil medyo mabababa yung skill ng mga forecast. So magkakaroon lang po ng magandang skill ang ating forecast kapagdating ng June. Yan po yung tinatawag na predictability barrier na lagi po nating inuulit to tuwing sasapit ang ganitong panahon ng dry season, yung tinatawag na predictability barriers po natin. So alam na ng mga stakeholders natin po yan. And based po dito sa model predictions of sea surface temperature anomaly, kung whether ito ay mas iinit in terms of strength, mas weak to moderate, models indicate weak or even moderate strength El Nino conditions for March to May season, March, April, May season, continuing into June, July, August, and August, September, October season, weakening but not dissipating October to December 2019 season. Forecasts are better when made between June and December than when they are made between February and May. So meaning po, still cautious pa rin tayo dito sa pagtutuloy-tuloy na El Nino, but then dito pa tayo week up to until at least May, June, July of this season. Medyo mas magaganda pa yung confidence natin at that period. What do we expect? Outlook for April to September 2019 in terms of rainfall, temperature, tropical cyclone, and drought outlook. So, percent normal. So, simply yung ratio ng ating forecast rainfall, normal rainfall times 100%. So, way below, near normal, and above normal yung ating mapa po. Fearless forecast po ng April ng PAGASA. Okay, so dito po sa kaliwa, ito po yung normal rainfall during the months of April. So gitna po yung forecast rainfall natin in terms of millimeters of rain. And kung kukunin po natin yung ratio niyan, so in terms of percent normal, so mostly areas below normal to near way below to below normal rainfall conditions. So around 26 provinces might experience way below normal rainfall condition. And then 57 po yung below normal rainfall conditions, yung mga yellow na nakikita natin dyan. Mostly in central Luzon, eastern part of the Visayas, and then most of Mindanao. Pagdating po ng May, na supposed to be ito po yung onset ng ating rainy season, medyo maulan po yung mga areas na tinatawag nating type 1 climate with distinct wet and dry season, na kung saan mostly yung western section ng ating bansa, including Panay Island area. So ito po yung normal na ulan niya kapag Mayo. Ito po yung forecast rainfall natin, and generally below to near normal rainfall condition. So makikita po natin na medyo easy na po yung ating mga rainfall niyan, pwedeng in normal na siya. So around 34 provinces is still might experience below normal rainfall condition, and then near normal around 49 provinces. June, yan po. May ulan na din, but still below normal rainfall condition, around 32 provinces, mostly in areas under type 1 climate, doon po sa western section ng Luzon, yung mga yellow po, yan yung mga mostly type 1 climate. And then near normal rainfall condition might be experienced by around 51 provinces po. Mostly naman po sa eastern Luzon, Visayas, and most parts of Mindanao. Pagdating po ng July, eto na po yung medyo mas marami tayong ulan. Peak ng southwest monsoon rainfall natin and tropical cyclone associated rainfall. Madami pong ulan sa western Luzon area, normally kapag July. Ito po yung forecast natin for the months of July. And then generally near normal rainfall condition. So mga around 76 provinces. So medyo dito natin nakikita na ang daming ulan pagdating po ng July based po sa forecast ng PAGASA. Pagdating po ng August, still marami pong ulan, ang normal na ulan ng August sa western section of the country. In terms of forecast rainfall, in terms of millimeter, so we could still get as high as more than 400 millimeters of rain. Although 400 millimeters of rain siya, still below to way below normal yung mga areas, yung major portions po ng Luzon. And then above normal rainfall condition, near to above sa may Visayas and mostly Mindanao po. So around 16 provinces, below normal, near normal, around 35 provinces. Pagdating po ng September, still medyo maulan pa rin po sa western section ng ating bansa. Generally, we could get as high as more than 400 millimeters of rain. Normally, during the months of September, sa may areas pong yan, dito po sa may Luzon area ay medyo above normal po pagdating po ng Agosto, itong western section. So, still, para ito po yung medyo mas mauulan din po nating mga buwan. And then in terms of percent normal, near to above normal sa may Luzon area, yung mga dati po na mga areas na makaka-experience ng prolonged dry spell that might lead to meteorological drought, makabawi sila pagdating po ng July, August, September. And then yung mga areas po naman dito sa may Visayas and Mindanao, so mostly below normal rainfall condition, September po yan. So around 60 provinces po, major portions natin ay below normal pagdating po ng September. So hanggang dun po, 6 months, September. So ito po yung matrix nun, equivalent, yung provincial disaggregated rainfall forecast natin from April to September updated. So generally, Luzon area, way below normal rainfall condition pagdating po ng April, including most parts din po ng Visayas and Mindanao. So makikita natin, medyo may green sa may Luzon area na po pagdako ng May, and still yung mga and parts of Mindanao area. But still yung mga areas po, yung patches nung ating Mimaropa, Southern Luzon area, still might experience below normal rainfall condition. And then generally, June, July, August, yung southwest monsoon season natin ay medyo marami pong ulan, near to above. And then pagdating ng September, medyo bumababa na naman po. Yan. So, in terms of millimeters of rain, so minimum, maximum predicted rainfall in terms of millimeters sa mga province po and the mean. Visayas and Mindanao. So, generally, ito po yung nakikita natin. Medyo marami pang pula at dilaw. Pagdating na April, May, medyo konti na yung dilaw. June, ayan, dilaw, green. And then generally makikita po natin medyo pagdating po ng July, dahil malalaki po ang normal na ulan natin pag July, and then August po, ayan po yung ating mga medyo mauulan. In terms of probability, how certain or uncertain are we with those forecasts? Kung gaano ba ka-uncertain or kung itataas ba natin yung confidence na ipinapakita natin dito sa forecast natin. So makita po natin, mas darker yung mga shades, whether orange, green, or blue yan, ibig sabihin po, mas mataas ang confidence natin or mas mataas ang skill ng mga forecast natin. So meaning nakikita po natin, mas darker orange shades sa mga Visayas and Mindanao. So we are confident enough na they might experience below normal rainfall condition. Ang confidence natin is around more than 60%. So, ibig sabihin, we could put lesser confidence yung forecast natin sa Luzon area dahil medyo mas lighter yung pagiging yellow as below normal rainfall condition. So, ibig sabihin po, mas mababa pa rin yung probability ng pagkakaroon ng either near normal or above normal rainfall condition sa ipinapakita nating probabilistic rainfall forecast. Dito, nakikita po natin halos the same yung March, April. But March, April to? March, April pala to. Okay, so sa May po, sa makikita natin yung green. So, ibig sabihin po, mas mataas yung confidence natin of having near normal rainfall condition dun sa eastern section ng ating bansa. So, ganun po yung papakita ng ating probabilistic rainfall forecast. So, ito po yung summary, number of provinces that will likely receive way below, near, and above normal from April to September during the forecast period. So medyo mas marami yung mga yellow pagdating po ng April, May at September, near. So medyo makarecover po May, June, July yung mga most provinces po natin. Dry spell, drought, meteorological drought outlook from April to June. Bakit from April to June lang, whereas yung forecast po natin ay until September? Dahil nakikita po natin na medyo marami na makaka-recover pagdating ng July. And we forecasted that El Niño might end yung June, kaya hanggang June po yung aming outlook in terms of dry spell and drought outlook. By end of April, so kanina po nakita natin dun sa update ni Ms. Rusi, yung mga areas that already experiencing meteorological dry spell and drought condition. Base po dito, by end of April, kung itutuloy-tuloy natin yung rainfall natin kanina sa ipinakita ni meteorological dry spell and drought na ipinresent po ni Ms. Rusi, ito yung continuation nun. So, ibig sabihin po, yung mga naka-red dyan, sila yung halimbawa si Batanes, si Cagayan at si Bulacan, siya yung dating dry condition ng March. Kaya po siya pula dahil nag-develop siya, nagtuloy-tuloy yung pagiging severe niya na dry condition, naging dry spell siya. And then itong mga areas pong to na previously nung March, yung mga naka-red dito sa drought, sila po yung dating dry spell. So ibig sabihin po, yung mga naka-red dyan, yan po yung nagko-continue yung prolonged dry spell that led to drought na by end of April kung base po sa forecast natin. So sa Visayas po, so dati ay wala siya dahil dalawang way below normal. So, ibig sabihin po, dry spell po siya kaagad, Bohol, Cebu, and Southern Leyte. And then, dito po sa drought, Antique, Capiz, Guimaras. So, ito po yung mga areas na nag-continue yung pagkakaroon niya ng dry spell that might lead to drought by end of April. Dito po naman sa Mindanao, so yung mga naka-red po dyan, sila yung dating dry condition, naging dry spell. And then, yung dito po sa drought, yung mga pula, ay sila yung mga dating dry spell, naging drought, and then yung mga naka-black po na shade. So yun yung still continues their drought condition or dry spell condition as of until end of April based po sa forecast. Pagdating po ng May, so makikita natin yung mga areas na nakapula na dating mga drought dito, prolonged dry spell. Dito po sa May ay medyo nakabawi yung iba. So still, yung mga nandito pong mga drought, andito pa rin sa May, mga around 20 provinces, 9-2. So walang pula, ibig sabihin po, wala nang iba pang magpo-progress. But that still, kung drought na sila dito, drought pa rin ng May po. Kaya nandito pa yung province niya. So yan po. So kung makikita natin, April po yung nakikita nating severe impact in terms of meteorological drought condition na around 51 provinces or 61% of the country will likely experience meteorological drought by end of April. So medyo sa May, medyo mabawasan, relax na siya. Although may drought siya, but still, may ulan pa rin po siya. Kaya lang ay prolong na yung dry spell na way below normal, more than 60% pa rin yung reduction sa tubig ulan niya. By end of June, so may mga areas pa rin po that might experience drought. Pero marami na pong normal yan na sinasabi natin. Kaya meteorological drought condition yung pinapakita natin. So still around 16 provinces still might be under drought condition by end of June. Forecast watershed rainfall for selected dams and lakes. So generally, most dams and lakes in April will likely experience way below to below normal rainfall conditions, while generally below to near normal rainfall conditions will be likely during the rest of the forecast period. So itong mga sa April lang po, medyo mabababa yung ating mga watershed rainfall forecast. Ito po yun. We could still get as high as 40.7 by end of May 2019 sa mga areas dun sa may northern Luzon. So ito po yung forecast ranges of extreme temperature. So later po malalaman natin na kung ganito yung posible nating maranasan na temperature. So ano yung gamitin ko yung sinasabi ni Mantani, init factor. So mamaya po ay didiscuss po ni Ma'am Telma. Yung, kung ito yung maramdaman nating init, ay ano pa yung magiging contribution ng alinsangan. Ano Ma'am Telma? Yan po. April 0 or 1, 1 or 2 May, 1 or 2 June, July 2 or 3, 2 or 3 August, September 2 to 4 po yung ating forecast tropical cyclone. And ito po yung mga preferred tracks based on historical record po from 1948 to 2016. So yun po, nakikita natin base sa forecast natin na matataas yung ulan pagdating ng July, August. So 2 or 3, 2 or 3. Weak El Niño is present in the tropical Pacific. ENSO alert system, so El Niño advisory number 2. Varying impacts are now present, so medyo mas iinit yung ating temperatura. Magkakaroon pa rin po ng prolonged dry spell or dry season dahil sabi nga po ng PAGASA ay posibleng mapaaga yung ng ating dry season, start ng dry season. Last year po, nag-pronounce ang PAGASA ng start ng dry season April 10. Ayun po. So, titignan natin, baka maya-maya, baka mag-pronounce na ang PAGASA na dry season na. Ano po? So, titignan natin. And impacts becoming severe in March and April. So, rainfall forecast for the whole country. So, April po, base dun sa nakita natin kanina, generally way below normal rainfall to below normal in most parts of the country. So, ito po yung makikita natin mas severe yung impact in terms of reduction ng rainfall sa atin end of April. By May, generally below normal in most parts of southern Luzon and Visayas, while near normal sa may parts po ng northern Luzon and Mindanao. June 2019, below normal rainfall conditions in most parts of Luzon, except po yung mga eastern side. Most parts of Visayas and Mindanao are expected to have near normal rainfall conditions. July, most parts of Luzon, so near normal with some patches of above normal sa may Luzon. Near normal with patches of below normal in Visayas and Mindanao. And then sa August po, generally below normal in most parts of Luzon, while near normal to above in most parts of Visayas and Mindanao are expected. So sa September po, generally below normal rainfall condition in most parts of Luzon, and then near to above most parts of Visayas and Mindanao. So generally near average to slightly warmer than average temperatures forecasted during the period. So dagdag pa po niya yung posibleng magiging dagdag ng alinsangan. So especially nighttime temperature po. So these are the actions taken by PAGASA for the current El Niño. So so alam na natin that we have already issued El Niño Watch as early as July 2018. El Niño Watch hanggang January 2019, actually Feb 2019, kasabay po nung aming release ng monthly climate assessment and outlook. And nag-issue na rin po kami ng monthly dry spell and drought assessment pa lang po during that time kasi wala pa po naman tayong El Niño advisory that time. So nag-a-assess pa lang tayo noon. Nung nagkaroon na po ng El Niño advisory, dun po tayo nagbibigay ng drought and dry spell assessment and outlook. Kaya meron po tayong outlook na pinapakita. We released press statement 20 Feb, Week El Niño, Advisory Number 1, and Assessment and Outlook for Dry Spell and Drought. Yun po. So ito po yung mga chronology of initiatives na ginawa ng PAGASA during this current El Niño. Conduct of regular climate outlook forum. So nag-conduct na po kami ng Provincial Climate Outlook Forum sa Tarlac, Quirino, Isabela, Pangasinan. Ito po yung National Forum on El Niño. Regular attendance to meetings and special briefings to various government agency. So yan po yung mga ina-attendan natin. So ibig sabihin po lahat ng national government and concerned agency ay binibigyan po natin sila ng update based po dito sa mga regular attendance natin sa mga ito. Yan po. So, sunod-sunod po yung pagpunta namin at sama kami kila Sir sa pagpunta po dito sa mga iba't ibang hearing. Actually, yung mga ibang partners po natin dito, nakikita din po tayo dun sa mga hearing nila. Ayun po. Monthly assessment of dry spell situation and outlook at possible affected areas, and then dissemination of this forecast briefings through quad media. Ano pa yung pwede namin gagawin? So, continuous conduct ng monthly climate outlook. So, every third Wednesday of the month po to. Climate forum to be conducted. So, meron po kaming mga nakaparadang Provincial Climate Outlook Forum. So, co-organized in partnership with LGUs, DA, and Rice Watch and Action Network. So, ito pa po yung gagawin nating Provincial Climate Outlook Forum ng March and April. March and April pa lang po ito. Yan. Regular attendance pa rin po in special briefings sa mga various government agencies, update ng forecast rainfall, dry spell, drought, situation and outlook, continuous dissemination of forecasts and advisories through press briefings and quad media. So yan po yung mga still na mga, so mamaya po may idadagdag pa rin po yung ating mga kasamahan kung ano pa po yung mga iba pang action na pwede po natin. And PAGASA will continue to closely monitor this El Niño. So next po ay tentatively scheduled on 24 April for 112. Okay, salamat po.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. Ana Solis, for that climate outlook for the next 6 months, April to September. All right, so we still have 2 more special lectures. First, may I call on Dr. Bonifacio Pajuelas, the Chief of the National Capital Region, PAGASA Regional Services Division. Doc Boni?
Magandang good morning po sa ating
The
lahat.
sun, this constant companion, delivers the energy that powers life
Bago
on
yung
Earth.
short kong
But for over
presentation, panoorin
4.5
muna natin
billion
itong
years of Earth history, the
video clip.
amount of energy the Earth has received from the sun has varied. The sun, this constant companion, delivers the energy that powers life on Earth. But for over 4.5 billion years of Earth history, the amount of energy the Earth has received from the sun has varied, with major consequences for the climate and for living things. Even the relatively stable climate humanity has enjoyed since the end of the last ice age is regularly affected by small changes in the amount of solar radiation reaching the Earth's surface. These small variations are caused by long-term cycles affecting the Earth's orbit around the sun, changes in cloud cover, and other fluctuations here on Earth. They can have major impacts on our lives. The 1991 volcanic eruption of Mount Pinatubo, for example, spewed huge clouds of sulfur aerosols into the air. This reduced the sun's irradiance by up to 5% for around 10 months, which cooled the Earth by some 0.5 degrees Celsius for several years. This is why measuring the sunlight hitting the Earth is so important. It is critical to our understanding of the weather and climate system. Scientists need radiation measurements in order to study climate variability and change and to forecast the weather.
Solar radiation is really what gives us the climate that we have. The warm tropics, the cold poles, it's the amount of solar energy that hits and how that's distributed around the planet, how much gets absorbed into the ocean, how much hits the land surface.
Radiation measurements are also essential for decision makers in the solar energy industry. To calculate how much electricity a proposed solar energy installation will produce, they need to know how much sunlight will be available on sunny days and cloudy days, or on short winter days versus long summer days.
High-quality radiation measurements are essential for scaling up solar power. They help improve the accuracy of radiation estimates based on satellite data. For example, the Global Solar Atlas. These estimates are used by decision makers and commercial investors to identify suitable locations for solar power plants.
Measuring sunlight, however, is not as easy as it may sound. We need long-term measurements that are comparable from place to place, from time to time, and from instrument to instrument. This requires a special effort to finely calibrate thousands of ground-based instruments all around the world. The PMOD Institute in Davos, Switzerland, has been studying how to measure sunlight for over 100 years. Since 1959, it has organized a meeting every 5 years, bringing together scientists from around the world to simultaneously calibrate their instruments. In 1971, the World Meteorological Organization invited the PMOD to serve as the World Radiation Center. The center maintains the primary standard for measuring the sun's irradiance, the so-called World Radiometric Reference. This ensures that these highly sensitive instruments, known as pyrheliometers, are accurate and their data are comparable. Accuracy is particularly important for the solar energy industry, which needs to know the absolute amount of sunlight that is available, while comparability is critical for climate science, which tracks trends and changes over time. Wolfgang Finsterle is responsible for solar radiometry at the WMO World Radiation Center. He maintains the World Standard Group, comprising the 6 measuring instruments against which instruments around the world are compared.
Well, our role is to make sure that everybody uses the same accurate scale for measuring solar irradiance, to make those measurements comparable to each other and to measurements that have been taken in the past and will be taken in the future.
Without international collaboration on carrying out this rigorous behind-the-scenes work, we would have a much weaker understanding of the climate system.
Without the IPC, countries can't compare their radiation data. we would not be able to look at effective climate records throughout the globe. So this is a very vital, important part of the role of WMO.
The World Radiation Centre will organise the next Global Intercomparison meeting in 2020 and will continue its work on assuring the quality of solar radiation measurements far into the future.
So, ganun po kalaga ang ating sun. In my presentation, ipapakita po ko yung ginagawa ng PAGASA through the National Solar Radiation Center na sinusukat namin yung different components ng solar radiation. Ang isang component ng solar radiation itong ay sinusukat through this instrument which we call as sunshine recorder. Ang sunshine recorder po ay mayroon siyang adjustable frame, itong itim. Yung itim, adjustable frame. Sa loob ng adjustable frame, nandiyan po yung glass sphere at sa baba mayroon siyang sunshine recorder. Sunshine card, I should say. Ang sikat ng araw po ay pumapasok dyan sa ating glass sphere. Tapos, fino-focus po siya doon sa ating sunshine card kung saan ay sinusunog yung parte ng sunshine card. So, sa duration ng araw, mayroong nagagawang sunog doon, may linya ng sunog, at yun ang nag-indicate ng bright sunshine duration. Mayroon po tayong tatlong sunshine card na ginagamit dito. Iba-ibang ginagamit nating sunshine card depende sa buwan at season. So from March 1 to April 11 and September 3 to October 14, ito po yung diretsong sunshine card na ginagamit natin. From April 12 to September 2, ito naman yung sunshine card ang ginagamit natin, and October 15 to February 20 or 29 ang ginagamit natin. Bakit kaya iba't ibang sunshine card ang ginagamit natin? Ang ating Earth kasi naka-tilt siya, di ba? Tapos nag-rotate siya in 24 hours, and at the same time, habang nag-rotate siya sa kanyang axis, ay nagre-revolve siya around the sun. Kaya po, hindi lang diretso yung sunog na nagagawa ng sun doon sa sunshine card. At para na rin makuha yung sunog sa loob mismo ng sunshine card. Ito po ang nakuha naming measurements in different parts of the country. In hours, doon sa y-axis, and sa x-axis in months. Yung maximum po ay orange, and yung average, blue, and yung minimum ay yung gray. So mapapansin po natin na by January, mababa yung bright sunshine duration, tapos unti-unti siyang tumataas in February and March, hanggang sa marating niya yung maximum sa May or June. Then, unti-unti siyang bababa and aakyat uli at mararating yung second peak sa last quarter ng year. Another component ng solar radiation na sinusukat natin ay ang direct solar radiation. At ito ang ginagamit natin ay ang perheliometer naman. Bali, ang instrument ito ay parating nakatutok sa sikat ng araw. Kaya siya ay naka-angkla sa ating solar tracker. Bali, sinusundan niya yung sikat ng araw. Parati siyang perpendicular doon sa solar beam. Ang iba pang components ng solar radiation na sinusukat natin ay yung diffuse at saka yung total radiation. Yung diffuse solar radiation, ito yung tinatawag natin na itong kalat na solar radiation. Bali, ang ginagamit po natin dito ay ang pyranometers. Yung ginagamit natin ng pyranometer para masukat yung scattered o kaya diffuse solar radiation ay mayroon siyang nakatakip. Bali, yung direct solar radiation ay tinatakpan niya para ma-scattered siya. At yun yung sinusukat ng pyranometer para makuha yung reading for diffuse or scattered solar radiation. Dito naman sa global radiation o kaya total radiation, ito yung radiation na hindi naman siya direct o kaya diffuse. Yung total o kaya yung lahat ng radiation na bumabagsak sa ating Earth surface. So, ito yung nakuha namin mga measurements. Kinumpara yung direct, diffuse, and total radiation for Quezon City. Pinili namin yung April kasi yung April yung pinakamainit dito sa atin. At makikita natin na from 6:30 halos tumataas yung value at makikita natin yung direct solar radiation, yung blue, ay biglang taas siya at biglang baba. Ano po? Pero yung global radiation o kaya yung total radiation, unti-unti siyang tumataas at nare-reach niya yung maximum by around 11. Tapos unti-unti siyang bababa hanggang sa marating niya yung pinaka mababa by 5 p.m. Mas maliit yung sukat na nakukuha, yung diffuse or yung scattered solar radiation. Halos ang peak niya ay umaabot lang ng 400 watts per square meters. Ano po? Ikumpara po natin yung readings by August. August po kasi yun yung tag-ulan na. Maraming clouds sa ating atmosphere. So halos ganun pa rin yung pattern ng mga readings ng tatlong klase ng components ng solar radiation. Pero dito sa yung diffuse radiation ay kumpara natin sa April ay mas mataas by August. Bakit kaya? Scattered dahil marami ng kaulapan by August, di ba? By April halos walang kaulapan kaya mababa yung diffuse radiation. Isa pang component ng solar radiation na sinusukat ay yung nakakakos ng cancer. Ito yung ultraviolet radiation. Ang ginagamit namin yung maliit na instrumento dun sa dulo. Bali yung plot na nagawa namin ito sa Quezon City. So mapapansin natin na mataas yung ultraviolet radiation from alas 8, no? Alas 8 hanggang alas 4. Mataas siya. And ito yung nangyayari sa buwan ng March, April, May, June, July, hanggang August. So ito naman yung plot ng aming global radiation in different parts of the country. So umaabot yung maximum ng halos 500 watts per square meter by April dito sa Quezon City. Ganon din sa Legazpi, Davao, Cebu, and yung sa Tuguegarao by June yung maximum niya. So dito po sa mga plots na ito, magkakaroon tayo ng idea ng kung gaano kalaki yung solar radiation na natanggap sa ating areas dito sa Pilipinas. So, mayroon tayong idea kung pwede tayong sayang naman yung solar radiation, di ba? That's a clear energy, free. That is clear, free energy for us. So, yun lang po. Maraming salamat. Kung gusto niyo makita yung aming mga instruments, pwede kayong bumisita sa aming National Solar Radiation. Diyan lang, pinakamalapit.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Bonifacio Pajuelas, for that presentation. I'd like to apologize. We'll no longer yung special lecture pa po, supposedly by Ms. Telma 5. Due to time constraint, because we have a scheduled press conference at 11:30. Ano po? But Ms. Telma will present her presentation in the next climate forum next month, sa April 24, as mentioned by Ms. Ana. Ano po? Okay. So, at this point, maybe we could entertain a 5-minute open forum. Ms. Bell, kindly take over.
Okay, so once again, good morning. We are now in our open forum, so we will entertain probably 2 to 3 questions. Raising his hand, of course. Kindly state your name and affiliation for recording purposes. Okay, Dr. Nilo. Walang mic.
Kasi wala nang tubig doon sa bahay namin eh. Kaya di ba meron tayong sa HMD, meron tayong automatic weather station doon sa sa eastern watershed ng Angat. Buhay po ba yun? Ano yun? AWS? Wala na? Sino ba naglalagay yun? Kasi ang gas kasi, meron siyang part ng watershed na ang ulan niya nanggagaling sa southwest monsoon. Ngayon kapag panahon ng northeast monsoon, yung eastern part ng watershed ay nauulan na naman yun, nagkakaroon ng ulan dulot ng northeast monsoon. Kaya napakahalaga na alam natin kung marami pa ba yung ulan o within normal pa yung ulan para masustain yung tubig sa Angat at hindi tayo nakapila dun sa sa nagde-deliver na ng bumbero na galing naman sa estero yung tubig. So, walang idea kung
Sir, sasagutin daw po from NTC server po.
Good morning po. Ber Garcia po from National Power Corporation. Yun pong sinabi ni Dr. Nilo sa kung meron tayong rain gauge east of the eastern side ng watershed ng Angat, wala po tayong doon. Ang available lang po natin na rain gauge is within, doon lang po sa loob ng mismong watershed ng Angat. No? It was established by yung project natin sa flood forecasting and warning system way back 1986 pa po yon. So, so far naman po, yung ating ring gauge hanggang ngayon, nag-ooperate pa po yun. No? Talagang matibay siya. And then we continuously collect data. Ang problema po kasi, we were also planning to have ring gauge sana dito sa, yung binabanggit ninyo sir, na eastern side ng watershed. The problem there is yung access. Kasi mountainous area talaga siya and then mahirap puntahan. And at the same time, yung maintenance, in fact, yung ating mga ring gauge natin doon sa loob ng watershed, nami-maintain po yun by chopper po. So, every year, once a year, chine-check lang po ganon. But so far naman po, yung ating tubig sa Angat is available.
Hindi pa payag si Tatay Digong yan. Ang ganyan.
Opo. Okay, sir?
Any additional po, sir? May additional po kayo. Okay. Any more questions po from the floor? Okay na po. Nabusog po tayo sa ating snacks. Yes po. Yes, ma'am.
Hello. Good morning. I'm from Bangko Sentral.
Okay.
Sorry po, may 4 questions po ako. Just to clarify, when is the onset of the rainy season? And then second po, usually Q3 is rainy season, but we saw generally below normal rainfall in Luzon in August and most of the country in September. Is this due to the probability of a prolonged El Niño? And then third, do you think at today's dam water levels, this will be enough to service for irrigation and household consumption until the onset of the rainy season takes place? And then last one, do you have a list of mitigating measures being implemented to address the adverse impact of El Niño?
Okay, I think Dr. Hilario will answer some of the questions, ma'am. Yeah. And then we will repeat the questions again later.
Apo, yung una po, kailan po yung onset of the rainy season?
Ang normal onset natin ng rainy season is last week of May up to first week ng June. And based dun sa forecast natin ng May at saka June, pwede maging ng slide. As of now, yung slide delay. Yung ba yung okay na yung
Yung second po, usually Q3 is rainy season, but we saw generally below normal rainfall in Luzon in August and most of the country in September. Is this due to the probability of a prolonged El Niño?
Based dun sa forecast natin sa El Niño, pwedeng hanggang 60% above 60% by August. So, apektado na talaga yung ulan natin by that time. Although, yung kaninang binabanggit na predictability barrier, medyo yung during this period of June, July, August. But yung tinitingnan natin na below normal effect dyan, we can attribute that to the effects of El Niño.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Flavi. For that third, and okay, Boss Vic will have an additional.
Yung tinatanong natin kung hanggang kailan, yung or epekto ba ng El Niño? Kung titingnan din naman natin, June, July, August, matataas na yung rainfall nun Ngayon, kahit na 100% ka magkakaroon ng rainfall ngayon, mababa lang talaga yung normal during this time. So kahit na magsabihin mo 100% ang normal tayo ngayon, pero ano ba yung normal natin ngayon? Nasa 25 millimeters lang So kahit na maabot mo yung normal, mababa pa rin yun dahil 25 millimeters lang Pero pagdating ng June, July, August, ang normal nun aabot na ng, dito nga sa atin, 500 na yung September Diba? So kung sa 500, di ba? Oh. Kung aabutin mo yung kahit na 50% lang noon, sasabihin natin below normal yun dahil 50% lang. Pero 250 millimeters pa rin, di ba? So kahit nasabihin mong mababa siya sa normal, kung aabot ka naman ng 50% of the 500 millimeters, mataas pa rin yun, di ba? So ang dapat nating tingnan dito, yung bang makuha nating rainfall, sapat ba doon sa pangangailangan? Dahil kung titingnan natin, ang ulan natin ay sobra-sobra talaga. Kasi wala pang 10% yung ating nagagamit eh. Di ba? 10%, yung sumobra doon sa 10%, tapon na yun sa karagatan.
Okay, thank you, sir. Another question po?
Yung third ko po, do you think at today's dam water levels, this will be enough to service for irrigation and household consumption until the onset of the rainy season?
Okay, so si Sir Ber po ulit from NPC.
Sagutin ko muna yung tanong. At the rate doon sa pinapakita kanina na 41 centimeters per day, pero kung tuloy-tuloy yung nagagamitin natin, hindi talaga sapat. Di ba? Kung titingnan natin, at the rate na 41 centimeters yung binababa araw-araw. Tapos kung ganun pa rin yung gamit natin, tapos hindi uulan ng ganda, baka hindi talaga. Kailangan talagang mayroon kang measure na i-implement na dapat planuhin dapat.
Okay, additional po, server.
Yes sir, base po doon sa reported na yung ating reservoir level natin ngayon, we are below the upper roll curve, no? But below the upper roll curve, pero mataas naman siya sa lower roll curve kasi dalawa po roll curve ng Angat, upper and lower. But pagka po mag-fall na siya doon sa lower roll curve, ang siservisa na lang po ng Angat will be only for water, domestic water. So wala na pong irrigation requirement doon. Sa ngayon, meron pang water supply and irrigation requirement na sinusuplayan. But pag nag-fall po siya sa below the lower roll curve, that will be all for domestic water na lang po.
Thank you po, server. So, meron pa pong fourth question, di ba, ma'am?
Sorry, yung last, do you have a list of mitigating measures being implemented?
Okay, mitigating measures daw po. So, si Boss Big po ulit.
Yung mitigating measures, dapat sa lahat natin yan. Hindi lang kung kanino. Tayong lahat. Halimbawa, yung faucet natin, di ba? Mayroong nilalagay sa faucet yung may parang screen para hindi siya tuloy-tuloy lang yung tubig eh. Dapat yung measure na dapat i-implement ay lahat tayo.
Okay, thank you very much po. Okay, one last question po. Okay po, Ma'am PJ.
I know it's everybody's role para mag-concern, but what is the role of PAGASA in terms of letting this information be to encourage media and people to conserve?
Ang PAGASA po is provider lang po talaga ng information na ito yung kamukha nung ginagawa natin ngayon na nagpo-project tayo ng April, May, June, July hanggang 6 months yun. This is updated every month. So, ang sinasabi natin, ano ba yung magiging ulan ng bawat probinsya, ng bawat watershed, ng bawat lugar para halimbawa ang sinasabi natin, nangangailangan ba tayo na magkaroon ng cloud seeding? Ang cloud seeding po ay hindi rin po ang PAGASA ang nag-spearhead, kundi mayroong Bureau of Soil and Water Management. Ang PAGASA po ay tumutulong lang din pagbigay ng information kung ano ba yung clouds na dapat nating titirahin para umulan. At sila po yung nag-coordinate with local government dahil lahat ba ng local government kung kulang ang tubig ay magka-cloud seed. Hindi po din po dahil kung halimbawa ang pananim mo pala ay mangga, masisira yung mangga nyo. So hindi po madali yung kung halimbawa iisa lang yung magtatrabaho.
Okay, maraming salamat po. So, mamaya naman po merong, sir, meron po kasi tayong parating na press con. So, maraming salamat po. Palakpakan po natin ang ating mga sarili. Thank you very much. I'll now turn you over again to Ma'am Venus.
All right, thank you very much, Belle. Just may an announcement, we will be providing lunch, no? But thank you very much for your participation. We still have the closing remarks, by the way, by Dr. Flaviana D. Hilario, our Deputy Administrator for Research and Development.
Maraming salamat, Venus. Medyo nagkahol tayo sa time. But again, maraming salamat po sa pag-attend nyo ngayon dito sa ating National Climate Outlook Forum. And of course, our celebration of the Meteorological Day, both national and world. Sorry po at kulang tayo talaga ng time para sa ating open forum. But kung may mga katanungan pa po kayo, please direct it to our Climatology and Agrometeorology Division. And I think you can also copy our presentations dito sa lahat ng presentation po this morning. So, enjoy po our lunch. Para ito na rin po celebration natin. And see you again next month for the, again, update of our El Niño event that is ongoing, and of course, the National Climate Outlook Forum. Again, magandang umaga po ulit sa ating lahat.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Flavio Hilario. We would like, on behalf of the committee chair, I'd like to apologize because we're supposed to give you tokens, which is actually the payong pag-asa. Hindi po kinaya ho ng ating supplier, but rest assured na yung nakapag-register will be given that token. Okay? Sorry po, hindi umabot. Hindi po umabot. But if you'll be here April 24 for the next Outlook Forum, we will turn over the tokens to all of you. Okay? All right, so please have your lunch outside because we will also accommodate the media for the press con. Maraming salamat po.